This video was posted a week early on Fountain. If you haven't checked out Fountain yet, click the link below and go check it out. It's a great streaming platform with a lot of great Christian content. So go check out Fountain today. Hey guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're doing a song called Name Above All Names by Gayle. The song is in the key of E flat, which has 3 flats. So I'm going to play it all the way through and then we'll break it down.
1, 2, intro, 2, 3, 4. Verse 1. Verse 2. Drums in. Chorus. Breakdown. Drums in. Turnaround. Verse 3. Tag. Build. Chorus. All in. Interlude. Breakdown. Bridge 1. Drums in. Bridge 1. Slowly build.
That is Name Above All Names by Charity Gayle. So let's just break this down section by section. The first bit starts on an A flat to E flat to B flat. And then there's this melody on the top. Now, if you have a delay setting on your keyboard, I would look into that, because on the original track, I'll show it to you really quick. It sounds something like this on this intro. This is the piano track right here. Check this out. So you hear that sort of echo back and forth is called a delay. And so some keyboards like a Nord and different newer keyboards will have an actual delay setting as like an effect on the keyboard. My keyboard is a older Yamaha, and so it just has a reverb. So I'm kind of using some reverb just to create that space. Some keyboards have a delay and a reverb, so you can use a little bit of that. But just to add a little bit more ambience, that is something that can help. And so the notes are like this: B flat, A flat, G, F, B flat, C, G, F, over those chord changes in the bottom. And the left hand is kind of doing these like rolling chords as I'm doing the melody in my right hand. And then we get into the verse, and the progression is pretty much the same: A flat, E flat over G, B flat. And anytime you have a major chord, you can add a 2. So sometimes I'll add the 2 on my A flat, or I'll just leave it regular. And then B flat, same thing. So that's always an option. The last one, A flat, C minor to B flat. And anytime you have a minor chord, you can add a 7. So I'm going to add this B flat on the C minor. And then same thing for verse 2. And then we get into the chorus. All praise to an A flat chord, C minor, B flat. I kind of do a suspended and then I resolve it. So E flat over G this time, A flat, C minor. Now the melody on this C minor kind of goes up to an A flat. So something you can do is work in the melody. Sometimes I play the melody. All praise to the name above all names, with my right hand, and then I work the chords in between. Sort of like I basically do an octave melody. And then I fill in the chords, all praise. So I put the rest of the E flat chord where it would fit in between. And then A flat chord, C minor. So that's kind of how my brain thinks about it sometimes. And if I run out of space, I might just fill it in with my left hand instead of doing it with my right hand. But that's kind of the concept. And especially keeping it toward the top of your chord, the melody toward the top of your chord, and then maybe double it underneath with the octave. That's like a good thing to try to do. And then once that chorus is done, you basically have the turnaround again. But it's only the first half of it, and then right into the verse. And pretty much the same chords. Maybe you build it rhythmically and dynamically. Chorus, right? Bigger this time. A flat, C minor, and then you get to this interlude. C minor, A flat, E flat, G minor, and I'm going to add the 7 on that G minor, 6 chord, 4 chord, second, and then we get into a different part. But that first section is C minor, A flat, E flat, G minor on the first half, and then the second half is C minor, A flat, E flat, B flat. Okay, so the B flat and the G minor will alternate basically. So then we get into the second part of the bridge, and it does this counter melody. Basically, it goes like this. All praise into the big chorus. Okay, so what's going on there? Same chord progression on our left hand, so I won't worry about that part. But what the right hand is doing, starting on the and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're basically starting after the downbeat, right? But it's a counter melody, and it goes like this: B flat, A flat, G, E flat, F, G, and then it does the same thing on the A flat chord. Same thing on this one, and it changes on the G minor. That one's B flat, E flat, F, D, E flat, F, and then it does almost the same thing the second time around. As you're building, so those last 3 are a little different. You're building kind of on a B flat. You kind of have this little pause for a second, and then it goes E flat, F, G, B flat, E flat, F, D, E flat, F, and then there's a lift. All praise, all praise. So let me do that last one in context one more time. 1, 2, 3, go. Back in with a big chorus. So that's a nice part. Anytime you have a counter melody, it's a great thing to try to cover, so that you just have more interesting things happening in the song, and it's not just, you covering the exact same melody that the singers are covering. So I always look for those counterpoint type melodies, and it just adds a nice extra layer. I think the keyboard and the guitar, at least one of the guitars and the piano, is kind of doubling that same line. So it's a good little counter melody. Okay, so we go into another big chorus. To the name above all names, Jesus, you reign, you're the name above all names. And then we get into the second bridge, or we call it maybe a vamp. And the first time, it just says this part. Hallelujah. Now I think they're just hitting maybe one time on the piano, following the melody, but they have a delay. So if you want to kind of simulate a delay, you can kind of do this part. So you accent the first one, and then you do some extra light hits, right? You have this big hit. I do like at least 3 big E flats. So that's following the melody. I'll spell it out. B flat, A flat, G, F, E flat, B flat, C, A flat, G. And then it does it twice, basically. And then you come in after that, you go back to the regular chords. E flat over G, A flat, E flat over B flat, resolve. So this is what's happening. The bass line is basically going E flat over G, A flat, B flat. But the vocal harmony is one thing I like to listen for as a piano player, because a lot of my right hand voicings will depend on what the vocal harmony is doing. So this is, in this case, you know, there is no higher name. The melody is going, there is no higher name, and the harmonies are, there's no higher name. It's basically an F minor chord to an E flat chord while over the B flat. There is no higher name. Another big chorus, all praise, all praise. Then we're going to repeat that, you're the name above all. One more time. To the A flat, and that is the chord we rest on. So you can do a couple little things on this last chord to make it sound cool. You could arpeggiate the chord like this, or with the A flat major 9, it kind of looks like an E flat shape. So you basically just arpeggiate an E flat chord in your right hand over the A flat, something like that, or do those 4 notes. So a little arpeggio at the end kind of fills out the space, especially if you're just hanging for a little bit and then you might go back into the song, or you're transitioning, so you don't just leave it hanging on just one hit. You can kind of fill out the space with different octaves. So that's basically Name Above All Names by Charity Gayle. I hope you enjoyed this video. If some of this stuff is over your head and you need to take a step back and say, wow, I have some other stuff to learn before I can jump into this tutorial, I do offer a Church Piano 101 course for those that are toward the beginning of your piano journey and you want a firm foundation of knowledge so that you can thrive in a church environment. That is linked down below. It's a great 10-lesson course that takes you from zero knowledge of the piano to being able to play in church at the end of 10 lessons with a lot of work on your part, but a lot of information that I'm giving you throughout this course. So that's something that you can check out linked below. Also, I do one-on-one Zoom lessons. So if there's like specific things that you want to learn from me, go ahead and check that link out to see what my openings are, my schedule. But thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.